Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my people. Welcome to another episode of Cafecito Real Estate. I'm your boy, your local agent over there in Queens, Andres, here with.
Jessica. And who told this guy to even say local agent in
I
Queens?
gotta promote myself
All
somehow.
right,
somewhere.
welcome to Cafecito and Real Estate. This is the show where we talk about real estate and
With
some
coffee.
cafecito. So today we have
An amazing woman, powerhouse, and loan originator with Nationwide Mortgage, and also co-leader, right, of the owner team.
No,
she's
I'm
a
the
branch manager.
Oh.
No.
Well, even
That's
better.
James and Nunzio.
We don't want to step on nobody's toes. But part of the owner team, Nationwide Mortgage, Suci Padro.
Un aplauso.
Damn, I wish I had
Love
the
the
thing.
background.
I wish I had the thing there so I could push
I
the button.
know. Welcome, Susie. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me, guys. I was about to drink my coffee. As soon as you had it.
Well, today we have cafecito. As always, we love our little, I call it bongos, but it's not.
No, you said pongos.
I said
Thank you,
bongos.
Andres. Thank
No
you for
problem,
my
no
cafecito.
problem.
Thank you, guys.
Salud.
Cheers, cheers.
Can
Always
you want to
keeping it real
share a
over
little
cup
bit
of
of what you
coffee.
got, Susie, of your order?
My order is it's a vanilla iced coffee with almond milk and a dash of cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
Dash of cinnamon.
I'm pretty simple nowadays. Just espresso and some oat milk, and that's it. What about
So
yourself?
I'm tired, so I had like double shot of espressos here, like 4. I was like,
You had a
barista, I'm
quad?
like, I'm sleepy. I need some energy. Give me what you have that has a lot of caffeine. She's like, I got you. And
Okay.
this is my drink.
Salud to being hangover.
I'm not hungover. I was just out working till late.
All right.
Working till late.
Yes, working till late. Celebrating that Ecuador made it to the World Cup.
All right. It's not about you.
Hey.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
Susie, I know everybody pretty much knows you in this business because you've been doing it for a long time, but can you please
Yes.
introduce yourself?
Hi, guys. I'm Suci Padro. I'm a branch manager with the owner team at Nationwide, and I have been in the business about 10 years. I am a loan originator, and I specialize in helping everybody who needs a loan, right? First-time home buyers, refinance, if you're ready to look into the next stage of your life. But I'm super passionate about Latina home ownership, and I'm always here and available to educate you to get the process started.
Yep.
Awesome.
That is very true right there. And
And
she's
Susie-
a mom
Yes.
and still doing everything at the same time.
Yeah.
Tell us one little thing that nobody knows about you, Susie.
One little thing that nobody knows about me. I feel like I'm pretty transparent. I don't know if everybody knows this, but I'm a bookworm. I love to read. I read a lot more books than people realize. in a
Really?
year.
Really?
Last year I read 20 books.
20 books?
Yeah.
No way.
Who's your favorite
Seriously.
author?
I actually like a lot of self-help books, but my favorite author, oh, this was kind of cheesy. She kind of writes like cheesy novels, but I've always read them just to clear my mind. V.C. Andrews.
B.C. Andrews.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
what's-
wouldn't know because he doesn't read,
Yeah.
but you know he'll
Alright.
Google it later.
I do audiobooks. Yo, what? I'm not lying.
All right, tell me one book that you read this year so far.
So it's not about me. It's
All
about
right,
Susie.
Moving on.
But which is your favorite book from the author?
Actually, I one that's a movie that a lot of people know. It's kind of disturbing, but I read it a long time ago, and it's I just always liked it. It's Flowers in the Attic. It's
Flowers in
it
the
became
Attic.
a Lifetime movie. Right now, I'm reading a book that my daughter recommended, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and my daughter and I read, and then we kind of chat about what
Oh, that's
book,
great.
That's nice.
I can see Natalie going back and forth with you.
Oh yeah. No. She made me read a series called The Inheritance Games. It's actually a series about a young girl who inherited money, but it's like the person who left her the money left a bunch of clues. She doesn't know who it is. She has no idea why the person even left her the money.
Oh, shoot, really?
Yeah.
So that person left the money.
A millionaire passed away, left the money to this girl from a very poor family. Like she was an orphan actually in Connecticut, but she had never. And the millionaire lived in Texas. They were never even in the same state. She didn't even understand why she inherited the money, and it's like there's a bunch of clues. So she goes on an investigation, and
To
it's called
see-
the Inheritance Game.
Yeah, I wish someone.
Yeah.
To see
could
who
leave me.
left that money?
So who left the money and why? What the
But she
ulterior
already
motives
has the
were.
money.
And she inherited it. It's hers.
Right. I wouldn't even care.
I just get the clues, go look for it, and
It's
why?
the Inheritance Games. You guys would like.
I
it.
think I would love that book, yeah.
you would. And it's a series. It's a younger people book, right? It's about a young girl. She's in her teens, just navigating life. But I read that because of Natalie, my daughter.
I'll look into that book. I want to go get this book also, self-helping book, but I think I would definitely love to read that book as well.
Oh, somebody recommended one recently. You know, Marie,
Mm-hmm.
the book "Let Them" by Mel Robbins. That's actually at my
Let
next on
them.
my list.
Let them.
Yeah, so I haven't read it yet, so I can't give a lot of insight on it.
Right.
But that's the next one.
You think it's great to read books when it comes to obviously elevating what you do in this business as
Absolutely.
well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what book would you recommend somebody that probably
Ryan Serhant, and I know a lot of you have read it, but really listen to what he said. Big Money Energy. He actually explains how his time is
Money
valuable
Energy.
and everything he does is worth money. So he starts kind of like letting go of certain things that aren't money producing activities and that can be done by somebody else or by an automation, and then you actually focus your time and your calendar on the things that are
Right.
that really need to, because otherwise you can't do everything. You can't
Right.
be everything for everybody. But if you start to
100%.
understand how your calendar works, and that was a really good one. Big Money Energy.
big money energy people?
Big money, moolah.
This guy. So you've been in the business for a very, very long
Yeah.
time.
Not that long, I'm still
All
young.
right. Maybe not.
But what got
For
you
a
in the
very
business?
young time.
I started in the business by accident, actually. The person who did our own home loan, after I had my son Noah, I kind of stopped working my 9 to 5. I worked as a business development for a benefits company years ago, and I stopped working because my son got diagnosed with autism. And then we had to, kind of get a lot of education, a lot of therapies, a lot of things going, and it required a lot of support on my end. So I actually stopped working to kind of focus on what he needed. And the person who did our own home loan was like, "You're really good at this," because Jose was part time at the time, and anytime Jose had a client, I would help him because I was home. And he was like, "You're good at this, and I need a Spanish speaking assistant. Would you be willing to take the job?" And at first I wasn't interested, but Jose was like, "You're kind of bored and you kind of hate being home," because I did.
Kind of bored.
And I honestly give a lot of credit to moms that stay home. It is very hard to do.
It is.
It is very hard, as much as you love your kids, to just be with them all day long, and that's all you do. It's extremely hard. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how
Yeah,
people do
yeah.
it. I think I was telling somebody, we were having a conversation. I'm like, I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife. That's not who I want to be.
Oh no, it's a very hard thing
Yeah.
to do. So then afterwards, I did take the job as his LOA, but him and I just weren't meant to work together. And also, I didn't understand how this business worked. Remember, I was just coming from a corporate atmosphere, so I thought this business was unhinged. I'm like, I can't be doing this. And then it happened to be that I had changed my status on LinkedIn. And a lot of people don't know this, but I've known James since I was like 18. When I was in college, he was my boss at an electronics store.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
James had started his team at ICG at the time, and he was like, "What are you doing in mortgages? Like, come in for an interview." So that's when I transitioned over to working with James and Nunzio, and I've been working with them ever since.
shout
Yeah.
out James and Nunzio.
Shout out James and Nantio. They're great people.
Those guys
Yeah.
are the best.
Yeah, they are. They truly are.
Definitely. Awesome. So,
No, it's very good.
and
and
then how
then-
did you transition from being, you said LOA,
Love how he's
LOA,
letting me
a loan
speak.
officer assistant.
loan officer assistant to a loan officer originator?
Initially, because I didn't know anything about the business, so I had to start from scratch. I had to learn, and by being somebody's assistant, I kind of understood how it worked. And then as time went on, then I'm like, oh, I can do this.
Right.
And then once I became an originator, at first it was a little hard because back in the day when you first started, it was different, right? I remember the guy that I first started with in the industry goes, he gave me a stack of newspapers, and he was like, "I expect you to have, X amount of meetings by the end of this month." And I'm like, "Newspapers? So I have to pick people I want to work with out of a newspaper?" I was like, "That's kind of crazy."
Yeah.
It was cold calling. Cold calling has never been my forte, and then I realized what my style was.
Yeah.
I translate a lot better in person. I was extremely uncomfortable on the phone, so over time I started to realize what worked for me and what didn't, and then building relationships, learning the business, actually understanding how to help these families get into
Right.
homes.
Awesome.
When did you start going fully in with networking? Because that's something you do a
Networking,
lot.
that was something that I realized because I used to do that for my old job. I used to host networking events.
Oh, shoot. Really?
Yeah, but different. It was different. It was in a different capacity. So then I was like, you know what, I should do this here because I know how to do it. And I started kind of going to events. At first, it was kind of difficult because in our industry, sometimes people can be cliquey, and it's a lot more welcoming now than it
Yeah.
was then. And the majority of loan officers were also men. So there weren't a lot of women in the
Right.
industry. So whenever I said, "Oh, I'm a loan originator," like, "Oh, well, I already have my mortgage guy, but thank you." It was always, "I have my mortgage guy." So it took me a little while. I decided that instead of just going to events, I would also start hosting some of them, because then you invite those people to you.
Right. And you're also great at doing that. You know, I learned a lot from Susie from hosting my events, you know.
You're doing great with it.
Yeah. Thanks to you, you help a lot. But yeah, no, it's been great. I heard all these stories, guys, because I know
'Cause she's a
Susie
favorite,
hosted.
that's why.
Okay,
Susie's favorite.
he didn't waste no time to say that.
Definitely not.
I like everybody.
Yeah, Susie likes everybody.
I like
Okay.
everybody.
That's what moms say, you know? Moms always say that, but we all know that there's always that one favorite. That's just my childhood trauma.
Okay. Yeah. No
I'm
trauma
nice to
dumping here.
everybody.
Yeah.
That is true.
Everybody.
Yeah,
is true.
Susie
Can't
is
say
super nice. She's great. Her Spanish is on point. I want to
Oh,
point
thank
that
you.
out because
I'm really proud of that.
yeah.
It's been a big work in progress. I remember there was a point where I didn't like people. Like I didn't know mortgage terms. My Spanish was just all right, and over the years it's become excellent.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's better than I am, and I was
Yeah.
born and raised in DR, so it says a lot.
I'm very proud of the work I put into that.
Yeah,
To Spanish?
and she's very patient, so she's great with first-time home buyers. Obviously, like she mentioned, everybody that comes in there and gets a loan, she's great, but she specializes a lot with first-time home buyers. Susie helped my sister get her first loan.
That is how we met. Jessica. I helped her sister on her actually both the houses.
First and
Yeah,
second.
both houses, but
And then you help Thomas,
Yeah.
which Thomas can be a lot to work with.
so I've Jessica's family and I have worked together for a long time
Yeah.
at this point.
So that's how
nice.
we know, Susie and I. I remember meeting Susie for the first time. I think I went to the office with my sister.
Yeah,
Um,
and the kids.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it was
Did you judge her off the rip like you do with everybody?
judge her.
Yeah, like how you doing now with that face?
I'm judging you because why would I judge her?
Because you judge everybody the
I don't
first
judge.
day you meet.
I do not judge
She
everybody.
obviously liked me.
Yeah, I love Susie.
Clearly. That was mad funny. She judged me the first day. Who are you? I was like, damn.
I didn't judge you the first day.
have
I can
evidence to
come
say
across as a
otherwise.
little too much sometimes, only to the weak people.
Oh my God.
But you know,
See what I got to deal with?
You
Susie,
guys.
what inspired you to be a leadership in this mortgage industry?
You know, that happened organically. Like I said, I work with James and Nunzio, and I kind of admire the way that they do things, right? Like they are not micromanagers; they're super easygoing, but they're always there to support you when you need it. And they created a culture where our team has been together a very long time. Very few people leave, and I realize that it's because of them. Like
Right.
they've created a culture where you can grow; they'll give you the support that you need, but they give you your space. And because of them, as I've started to transition into leadership, I take a lot of what I learned from them.
And how has it been like being able to help in your team?
Well, honestly, I love when the newer loan officers come in. I'm
Jose's
very
here.
excited
Can you
to
let
see
him in?
them build an amazing career, right? This industry has allowed me to build an amazing life for my family and I am so excited to help Christian, Gladys, Hadir, everybody that's joined the team that's younger to build that, right? To help families obtain home ownership because it's a big deal. That's what
Right.
a lot of these families, that's what their American dream is, but also to help them create a great life for themselves. So I'm really excited to be able to be a resource. for
So,
them.
like now that you touched on family, right? How are you able to balance both the work and mom, entrepreneur,
guys,
all those roles that you have?
Everybody always asks me this, and I do really make a real effort, but I don't think that I balance it well. My sisters are the first ones to tell me.
Yeah.
Family humbles you.
Yeah,
That puts it on your
100%.
phone,
Real
stop
quick.
answering.
Yeah.
If
Be
we're
in the
at-
moment.
If we're at brunch, they're like, Susie, get off the phone. We're at brunch. We haven't seen you. It's so they're the first ones to kind of humble me. My mom does it all the time also.
Yeah.
And I do make a conscious effort to be present, and I really do try. If something's coming up with the kids, that takes priority over everything. But it's always a work in progress. I haven't mastered it yet, but I'm conscious of the fact that that's something that I need to continuously work on.
So, what is there like one thing that you have learned to like help you kind of balance?
You know what? I don't stress about it. The more I used to stress about it, the worse I was at including everybody, and I was always missing
Right.
something. I've realized that I'm going to do the best that I can, and my kids, they know me, right? I'm their parent. They're gonna be okay with that. That's gonna be enough
Right.
because that's my style. That's how I am.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. It's hard, especially when you have kids. to be in the moment, right? Because this work is 24/7, if not more. And sometimes you're home still. I see Susie. I went to her house the other day. She was still working. It was, I think, what, 11, and she was still trying to.
Well, no, it was because one of the loan officers was struggling with a file, and I was helping them restructure it and running DU to see if what was missing from the file.
Yeah.
Because it's not just what I do, right? It's I help other people too.
You have a team.
Yeah.
Shout out to your team. Who is it that's part of your team?
Our team, it is. He calls himself the Prince, Christian.
We don't know who that is.
When I had a feeling, I'm like,
he
of course.
sends me calendar invites a meeting with the Prince.
No way,
Yeah.
does he?
He does. One day I declined it by mistake. And then he was like, "Did you decline it because I labeled it meeting with the Prince?" I'm like, "Actually, I didn't. I missed it. I missed that. I declined it because it interfered with something else." And then Gladys, Hadir, Balderas, and we have some new additions coming that we can't announce yet.
So who's your favorite?
I don't have a
All
favorite.
right.
I
This
do not.
guy.
I do
She
not.
just
That's a
said
mom
she does
answer.
not have favorites.
That's a mom answer.
Susie, what qualities do you value most when building your team?
One of the qualities that I value most is, I think integrity is the most important thing, because it's very easy not to do the right thing, and for me, it's so important to have the people that want to do the right thing. A lot of the other things can get taught,
Yeah.
but that cannot.
Right. That is true. So, yeah, shout out to you guys. If you have integrity, reach out to Susie. If not, stay over there.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. But no, we wanted to touch base a little bit. I think it's hard also when you work so much, because you do work a lot. You, like you said, you have a team with the Prince and everybody else, right? And you also host networking events. You're also part of a lot of like Latina Business Network. NARAB, you were the president, right? The past president, you were part of that. So that takes a lot of your time. How do you take care of yourself?
That is something that I've recently made an effort to do. I haven't been great at it, but I got sick 2 years ago, and that kind of changed the perspective on how I do things. That's why I go to events sometimes, and I really am there for an hour. I take my pictures, I do what I need to do, and then I leave because I have an expiration time. I call it. I can't be out past like 9 o'clock.
She really does.
It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you try to be everywhere, at least for a little bit.
But now it's gotten easier because Gladys can go, Christian
Right.
can go, Hadir can go, everybody else on the team can we can divide and conquer. It doesn't always have to be me.
They're always
which is
representing.
great. Yeah, they're representing.
Absolutely.
Right, just like we, I guess, represent the Padro team.
Yeah.
Just,
So apparently,
I guess so.
our team leader's behind the camera. That's what
Yeah,
we're saying.
so we got it talk
It's all
nice.
love. It's all love.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to ask that when they're together, but let me ask her by herself. How is it working with the realtor? How is it working with the realtor? You and
Not just a
Lizzie?
realtor,
Yeah.
Jose Padro.
Jose Padro,
the diva,
yeah.
Salsa picante.
Working, you know what? We've been working together for a long time, and it used to be that when Jose would send me, we were trying to build our own businesses and trying to separate as much
Right.
as possible for a very long time. And when Jose would bring me a file back in the day, it was because that file was dying somewhere else. And I was never the first choice because he was trying to show that he was impartial and that he was willing to be open to different relationships. So it used to be that whenever I knew it, like he would be like, oh, I have, and I knew that he had a way, oh, that I'm having trouble with this loan, it's this and this isn't happening. And there would be a lot of times he's like, do you guys think that you can get it done? And it would be like a race against the clock. I would be, hey guys, there's this loan coming in that's already in it was always, that's how he and I would work together. Over time, it's become a little different because, the team has grown, and sometimes it's like, okay, he has his other relationships, but a lot of times it's like, oh, this is, this person's coming over, and it's not even directly to me. It's actually to Christian, Gladys, or whoever on the team is going to work with the client. But it's become a little bit easier.
Okay.
Because it's not working one-to-one. It's like us working with our teams exactly how I work with other large teams that I
Right.
work with. So it really became more of a transactional situation. Now, like at home, it's different. I'm like, don't
Right.
ask me about work. I'm like, do not ask me about your files. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you can email me
9 to
tomorrow
5
morning.
hours.
Exactly. Because we had to put that kind of like
Church and state.
yeah, I had that separation.
So,
Otherwise,
yeah.
our life would be entirely
Yeah.
about work.
Yeah, it will be
And
really
he couldn't
bad.
really function that way.
Right.
I would find him annoying.
Yeah. I mean, everybody finds him annoying. That's messed up. I'm joking. I think it's great to
She's
mention
not
that
joking.
Susie works with other
Yeah.
bigger teams as well. You know, it's not just a
There's
Padro
always
team.
like that stigma there.
Yeah,
There's
that
like,
people
oh,
always
they're
think it's
together,
just,
that they're
oh,
working together. But
No,
in reality,
Yeah.
we're
We're
working
working with a lot of,
Yeah.
and I work with a lot of different teams.
Yeah.
That I've worked with for a long time. So, and that's actually the bigger his team has gotten, the more I can help because I've already done that with other
Right.
teams. So I have a lot of input. I can say, hey, this works, this doesn't work, because I've experienced it.
Yeah.
As I've grown my mortgage career over the years.
nice.
Very nice. Yeah, that's why we always say, listen, we don't have a preferred lender, but we do them. I'm joking.
So Susie, as far as like anyone that's trying to come into the business as a loan originator, what is one piece of advice that you would want to give them, either being independent or coming into a team?
If you're an independent loan officer, make sure that you know your craft, really learn. This is something that we see right now because of social media. There's a lot of loan officers that spend a lot of time thinking that the way they're going to grow their business and convince the referral partners that they're their choice is by doing videos. But first, before you start doing all these videos, really know what you're doing, really know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So that when you do make those videos and somebody sends you that deal, it's not a one-time situation because you're not self-aware, you're not ready to handle
Right.
that kind of business. There's a lot, a lot of stuff comes through my desk that has been with some of these loan officers that are constantly doing media, and the loan is a mess.
Right.
And that buyer didn't even qualify. So then here, and we have to say, and it's terrible, right? To
Yeah.
say, actually,
Yeah.
no, they need a cosigner, or the credit isn't where it needs to be, because you're more focused on perfecting your social media than you are perfecting your actual
Right.
craft.
And
as a loan originator.
mortgages is so hard.
Yeah.
There's so many things that can go wrong, and if
Yeah,
you don't know how
guidelines
to,
are constantly changing, and a lot of times it's not even that just guidelines or the type of loans. There's so much
Right.
out there. So being at the right bank, having the right support. If you don't know what, if you're new, make sure you join a bank that has support, and their operations are amazing, because that's what's going to make you a good loan officer.
yeah.
And what is it that you look for when you like having conversations with loan officers that want to join your team? What is like that one trait or that one characteristics that you look for?
I want loan officers that are willing to put in the work. This is a very difficult industry, and I want loan officers that are willing to learn, putting in the work, because there's no substitute for it.
Okay.
All right, let's end it with one last question for Susie. I want to know, what is your most proud moment so far in your career?
And in life.
My most proud moment in my career.
Jose's gonna be like, the time you marry me, even looking at him in the back. I wish somebody can just pin the camera over to him.
Like this.
I mean, this is very hard. This is, I guess, when it comes to me, it's hard to pick those.
I
kinds
know,
of
because
things.
Susie's so humble,
Yeah.
guys. She
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, you've done so much. There has to be something there.
I'm trying to think. I think one of the proudest things that I can be proud of is that I think that I work hard every day, but I really do try to be present with my family,
Yeah.
and to find that balance, and not the little balance that I have, but it's, this career has allowed me to do that. It's
Yeah.
allowed me to make very good money, and it's allowed me to do some great things for my family, and that's something that I'm extremely proud of.
Nice.
And almost my entire family are homeowners, whether they were before or because I've been able to help and guide them, and that to me is an extremely proud.
Nice.
Love that. Love that.
And then what
yeah.
about in personal life?
She
Oh,
just
of course,
said it.
when I married Jose.
Yeah, of course.
That's a cap.
Look,
That's
un
a
aplauso
cap.
para
No, he
Joselita.
paid me. I'm getting a nice gift because I said that.
Oh, okay. Jose's like,
That phrase came with a big
Yo,
price on
no lie.
price tag on it.
well,
But-
thank you so much, Susie.
Susie, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being here. We
guys. This
appreciate
was
you.
wonderful.
Oh, thank you. It was great having this conversation, obviously. We love Susie here. She's like my mom. She's my work mom.
Favorite.
I'm her favorite.
Yep, 100%.
You heard it here.
Heard it here first.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Susie.
Where can they reach you, Susie?
My Instagram is Suci Padro, and if you have any questions about home ownership, or if you're a loan officer looking to grow your business, to join a high-producing team like we are at Own It, but a team with a great work culture, my contact number is 516-281-5433.
And they make it fun, guys.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
one thing.
They
I
make
think,
money and have fun.
Absolutely, we do that very well.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
We're going to Fire Island. On Friday.
yeah,
Hey.
me too.
I mean,